For over 70 years, there's been a florist located at the top of St John's Road. Currently, the premises is occupied by Your Flower Company. Claire opened Your Flower Company back in 2015 on Coronation Road in Crosby before moving to St John's Road back in 2018. She's got over 25 years experience in the florist industry, and she's worked in Manchester, Holland and London, and she even knocked back a job in Buckingham Palace before she opened Your Flower Company back in 2015. So you've worked as a florist for over 25 years. You've done it since leaving school. What drew you to flowers so early, and what kept you in the craft for so long?
So the reason why I'm a florist was I just needed a job. There was nothing creative behind it, to be fair. Although I am very, very creative. There was a job in the Echo. That's how long ago it was. So I just applied for the job and got it. And I was just brushing up the floor, making cups of tea. So I was just really keen to start making bouquets. So I just learned very, very quick. And within 4 years, I was managing one of the sister shops to the big shop that I was working in, ordering flowers, designing the shop, the layout, looking after all the customers. So I really enjoyed it, loved it. And then I went to work in Holland, and I just saw there that there was lots of different aspects to floristry, and it just opened my eyes to a whole new world, and I just loved it. I loved learning. I loved learning a different language. I loved learning everything about flowers. It was amazing.
So in Holland, when you was working in Holland, would that have like opened your mind to new ideas in the sense of working with new flowers, new styles?
Yeah, definitely new styles. It's all very natural, which is a lot of my style. It's all very natural, very like I don't like any vibrant, colours like fake colours. So it's all like very country garden, very yeah. My style's very European, I'd say, because of that experience there.
And you've had a lot more experience, not just in Holland, but also in Manchester and in London. And you've even had jobs for royalties and celebrities.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So when I worked in London, I've worked in quite a few 5-star hotels, and we had to make, on their arrival, we had to design the flowers for their room. So people like Rihanna, the Queen, royalty from all over the world, they used to come and stay in the hotels. So we used to design them for them, which was
Okay.
good.
So you opened Your Flower Company originally on Coronation Road in 2015.
Yeah.
What brought you back to Liverpool?
So I was looking for another job. I wanted more experience when I was living in London, and I applied for a job in Buckingham Palace, and I didn't hear anything. So in the meantime, while I was waiting and deciding what to do, I fell pregnant with my son. So moved back to Liverpool, and then Buckingham Palace phoned me to say, can I come and work for them, basically. But I'd already come back home, settled, was pregnant with my son, so started Your Flower Company then.
Do you know what the role in Buckingham Palace would have involved?
Yeah, so I would have been the supervisor florist. So I would have been like head of the team, and we would have had to go wherever the Queen went. So it wasn't just in Buckingham Palace, although that's where we would have been based. So if the Queen was going to Windsor, or if the Queen was going to Scotland, we would have had to travel ahead of time to arrange all the flowers for the Queen on her arrival.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
How did becoming a mum influence your decision to open your own business?
I've always wanted my own business, but I always wanted more knowledge. I always wanted experience, and I wanted experience from different aspects of floristry. So I feel like I've done that over the years, and with having my son, I had to build my roots. So then it was just time. Like my boy was 4 months old, and I started Your Flower Company.
Okay, so the first shop, as we've mentioned, was on Coronation Road. What was it like, and how did it finally feel when you first opened the doors on the first day?
Amazing. It was the best feeling ever. Just to know that I'd wanted it for so long, and then to finally open the doors. I'd built it up from home at first, And then the feedback from everyone, from the customers, to see the growth of the shop, like the different layout, and it was amazing.
Yeah, okay. So now that you're on St John's Road in a space that's been a florist for over 70 years, does that sense of history affect how you approach your business?
Um, yeah, I feel like I've got some sort of responsibility to kind of keep it alive, keep the floristry going.
Carry on the legacy?
Yeah, and yeah, put my stamp on it
Yeah,
basically, and be here for a long time.
yeah, because I think that this premises has always been renowned for being a good quality florist as well. It hasn't
Yeah,
just been any florist, has it? It's been a
yeah.
florist at the highest standard.
Like I've had customers come in and they're like, "Oh, when I was a little girl, I used to come
Yeah,
here. I've always known this to be a florist, and
yeah, yeah,
it's nice."
yeah. How would you describe your floral style or your approach, and what sets your flower company apart from other florists?
So my style, as I said, like from my experience in Holland, is very natural. It's very country garden. There's lots of textures. There's lots of flowers. It's all very seasonal. I tend not to buy out of season, and I try and give as much value as I can.
So the sponsored business of today's video is us, the Waterloo Cracker. We're a local media company that put emphasis on promoting local businesses and community groups. We offer a variety of business services, including video editing, photography, and leaflet design and distribution. We have advert opportunities available online and in print. We distribute a 4-page promotional brochure with 10,000 prints on each run, and adverts are available from only £17. So if you're a local business and you just want to generate more exposure for your business in the local area, then get in touch with us. If you're an estate agent that wants to get some nice aerial shots of your properties with the drone before they go on the market, then get in touch. If you've got a big event like a wedding or something lined up and you want to get some great footage of the event, then give us a message. If you're a local charity or community group and you want us to come and try and spread more awareness for your group's activities, then give us a message. We'll do all the work for charities and community groups for free. You can check more information out on our website, www.waterloocracker.co.uk. You can email us at community@waterloocracker.co.uk. You can stay connected on social media on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with our latest videos. Nice one, everyone. Where do you draw inspiration from? Is it fashion, nature, or, as you've already touched on, your travels, or a mixture of
Yeah,
all of them things?
all of it. Yeah, all of it. And obviously, when you're buying from the auctions in Holland, you see the different styles, you see the different flowers, you see the different seasonal flowers. And mine's very, I love colour. So in the summertime, I'll have lots of different colours, lots of bright colours, cerises, oranges. And then as it comes to autumn time, the flower stands will change. So you'll have more like the browns and the reds and the deep burnt oranges and stuff. So that's something I love to do.
Yeah, so them autumn hues.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite type of arrangement or flower to work with? And is there one that you secretly dread working with?
So, yeah. So I love making reeds. But then when I've made a few, and then, or if I've not done a job for a while, like a wedding, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to do a wedding. But then if I've got like 5 in one weekend, I'm like, oh my God, there's so much work. So you get a bit overwhelmed with it. But it all gets done. All the customers are always happy. The feedback's always amazing. So it's very, very rewarding.
Yeah, when you're getting busy with the weddings as well, it's not like you're not under any pressure, is it? Because like obviously everyone knows that like women want the perfect day, they want everything to be perfect.
Yeah,
so
but that's something that I love as well, as like the attention to detail.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of one of the things that does set us apart. Like I am like very specific.
Yeah. Okay. What's been one of the most memorable or unusual jobs that you've done? Maybe one that people wouldn't expect.
So when I first started your flower company, one of the first jobs, like my dad always used to help me on all my jobs. And one of the first jobs that I done was at Christmas time, like one of the big jobs. And it was in a restaurant. And me and my dad went in, and this guy was like, yeah, I want a Christmas tree. And we were like, yeah, fine. Where would you like it? And he pointed up, and he wanted it hung upside down in the middle of this restaurant. It was like 20 meters high. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. And then I walked outside with my dad, and I went, how on earth are we going to do that? But yeah, it got done. You know, we had scaffolding in there, we were upside down, we were, you know, trying to, you know, make sure it was secure so it wouldn't fall down, you know, throughout the Christmas time. So yeah, that was one of the most memorable ones because it was the first big job, and I thought I wanted a company that was different and unusual. And for the first job to be different and unusual was like kind of the way going forward.
And sometimes when you're on your path and you're about to fulfill your purpose and you've just got your shop or whatever, sometimes life does throw you in the deep end, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've experienced things like that myself.
Yeah, it's how it goes, and you just got to roll with it.
And you kind of think, is every job going to be like this?
Yeah.
And then it turns out that 2 years down the line, you're looking back at that job thinking, oh yeah, that was just,
yeah,
that was a one-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so over the years since you started, have you noticed any emerging trends recently, or what's changed from 10 years ago?
So what's changed is definitely like the economy. That's one thing that I've really it's been really different. It's really tough owning a business, I think, in this day and age. Obviously, I don't know what it was like pre 10 years. But I have noticed, like with COVID, with Brexit, with every costs of living, all that going up, you can notice a difference in people's spending. But as a business owner, you have to adapt. So I then try and give as much as I can in order for people to get more value for their money. So I'll do like special offers. If I get a good price on flowers, I'll then give that on to my customers so they're getting more.
Yeah. And people remember that as well, don't they?
Yeah.
If you look after the customers, then
yeah, definitely.
a lot of the time you find them coming back to you and stuff.
Because they've looked after me over the years.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. You've got to obviously keep you make money, but you've got to keep your customers happy as well.
Yeah.
So looking ahead, what are your hopes for the future? Have you got any plans for your flower company?
Yeah, so the plans for your flower company are growth. So with COVID, we lost all our weddings and we lost all our corporate clients. And when I built the business, it was a corporate and wedding company. Obviously then with the shops, it was more passing trade, and with COVID, we lost those. And a few have come back, and the weddings are slowly coming back. But that's something that I really, really want to build on because they're kind of my favourite things to do. I'm going to do more flower classes. I'm going to do more wreath making classes, so that's all year round. And I'm going to do where they can do it online. So anyone who's, you know, in Portsmouth or in Edinburgh, they can all do my classes online. And then I can post the stuff out.
Yeah. Okay. And then with regards to the services and the products that you're offering at the moment, obviously the main things are things like weddings. You get busy around Valentine's Day, Mother's Day.
Yeah.
What other services do you offer?
So funeral flowers we do, sympathy flowers, we do everyday flowers like bouquets for gifts as thank yous, births of babies. We do wreath classes, we do subscription flowers, which are, you know, you just say, I want flowers every week to this address, and then it's just an ongoing thing then, so you don't have to think about it. We do corporate flowers, we do plant maintenance, so we'll go and install plants in offices and workplaces, and then we'll go and look after it. So if anything's died, we'll just replace it, water them. We do the big floral installations, and we were one of the first companies that started doing that in Liverpool, and we still do it now, and that's another job that I really, really love to do. I like doing the big jobs that make a big impact. Because it's also good for businesses to have that, because it attracts customers to their business. They get all the Instagram feeds and stuff like that. So I like fulfilling other people's like goals, dreams, types of things, visions.
So with when you're doing the other businesses and stuff, it's you're helping make their place look good, aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people like when they go to cafe and there's flowers in there or stuff like that, so it just makes their environment better, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
If there's someone watching this who wants to put an order in or wanted to book you out for a big event
Yeah.
or a floral installation, what would be the best way for them to get in touch?
So they can go on my website. On my website is www.yourflowercompany.com, and there is a link on there to send me a WhatsApp. If you want to WhatsApp me, you can email me, you can phone me. There's a mobile number and there's a landline number. So there's easy ways just to reach us, just to call us, give us a, we can have a chat over the phone, or I can come and meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can place an order online as well if that's what you want to do too.
Yeah, so we'll get all that information and we'll put it in the description of the video once we've finished editing the video. And finally, if a young person came to you wanting to be a florist, what would you tell them about the industry and the life behind a life in flowers?
It's hard work, but it's very fulfilling, so stick with it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, nice one, Claire.
Yeah.
You've done great, honestly.
Thank you so
much. Honestly, you smashed it. Honestly, you smashed it. Claire has dedicated her life to flowers. If you're looking for a florist with experience, Claire's got it in abundance. She's worked in many different places over many years. And that experience alongside her skills and creativity is what sets your flower company apart from other florists. So if you've got an event or special occasion coming up, or if you've got a workspace that could benefit from a floral installation, then reach out to Claire and your flower company. You can get more information on their website. You can stay connected on social media, Facebook, Instagram. You can contact them via telephone, or you can call in store on St. John's Road. We'll leave all the information in the description below. To stay up to date with our latest videos, subscribe to the Waterloo Cracker YouTube channel and hit the notification bell. Thanks, catch you soon.